Hey there, Shane Larrabee with Fat Lab Web Support here. Have you ever had a client that just didn't trust you? They second guess everything, they refuse to give access, micromanage like crazy, and act like you're trying to scam them all the time? Chances are they've been burned before. And while some can be won over, others will never trust you no matter what you do. So today, I'm breaking down why some clients never trust developers, the red flags to look for, and whether it's worth the headache to work with them. Let's talk about why some clients have major trust issues with developers. The first one's obvious. They've been burned before. Their last developer may have ghosted them, overcharged them, or delivered garbage work. Now, every developer is guilty until proven innocent. Now they want you to magically fix all the damage that was done by the last developer. Sometimes for free, because in their mind, they've already paid for this. Not only have they already paid for it, they probably feel they've overpaid for it stuff in the past. You'll hear things like, we paid $20,000 for this site and it doesn't even work. And now they're obsessed with getting their money's worth. But it's the most nitpicky way possible. Instead of focusing on results, they focus on getting every penny squeezed out of you. This client is damaged goods. How about the client who won't give you access to anything, like have serious trust issues? We see this most commonly in larger organizations where there's an IT department and so on, and they just won't let anyone touch anything. But there's also clients who just don't trust you. They just, I don't feel comfortable giving you full admin access. Can you still update the site? Oftentimes we'll ask for file or server access, database access before we do even a simple plugin update. Yes, you can do plugin updates in the browser, but if they go wrong, we want access to the server so we can pull everything back. And they'll fight you on it. They don't want to give you that because of their lack of trust in you. And that is dangerous because of their lack of trust, their site is now in a more precarious position than it would be if they just gave us the access we requested. And then they want you to justify every decision or recommendation. They don't take your word for anything. They ask for proof, documentation, and sometimes they even want third-party verification of even the smallest change. The worst thing ever is when they have their own consultants off to the side who they're running everything by as a second guesser of sorts. So here are the 3 red flags of dealing with a burned client. 1, they talk about how terrible their last developer was nonstop. The first 15 minutes of the call is them just trashing their old developer. This is a huge warning sign. It's totally fair to be cautious after a bad experience, but if they can't let go, you're next on their blame list. 2, they demand a ridiculous level of control. They want daily updates, real-time status reports, and multiple check-ins per week. They don't trust you to make minor decisions without their approval, and if they need this level of micromanagement, the project is just never gonna end. They hesitate on every contract or invoice. They nitpick your contract, they question your pricing, and ask, can we do half now, half later, or break this down into smaller payments? They want guarantees that they won't be overcharged. They want guarantees that the software will work exactly how they want. And if you have to convince them that you're not scamming them, it's already off to a bad start. So then the question is can you win these guys over? Or are they so burned that it's not worth your time to try and be some kind of therapist? Well, sometimes it is. If they're cautious but reasonable, they can become super loyal, great clients once you prove yourself. Setting clear expectations, defined scope, and no surprises is what's gonna win this client over. However, there are some that you cannot win over. These are the ones that are just paranoid and controlling beyond repair. Some clients are just never going to trust the developer again. They've been burned so hard in the past that they're just not going to get over it. And if they don't trust your expertise, you've got to walk away before the entire thing turns toxic. You can't fix trust issues. Your job is to fix code issues. So if a client has been burned before, be aware, but be careful not to take on their baggage. If they're open to trusting again, great. But if they treat you like you're a potential scammer, run away. The last thing you need is to spend the next 6 months proving you're not their next worst, terrible developer.